Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream, folks. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. And for those of you that do not know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated online premium educational platform available today. And if you are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free on this YouTube channel with myself. Other TTG Pro Trader moderators and special guests drop golden nuggets and provide you with free lessons and education that can help you to become a better trader. So take a moment right now, smash that like button, guys, subscribe to the channel, share this stream on your own social media. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Welcome everyone joining us on those different social media platforms. Guys, my goal on all these live streams is actually quite simple: to provide you with lessons and education that can help you become better traders. But why should you listen to anything I share with you on these live streams? I didn't figure any of this stuff out on my own. I began my trading career in 2007 working for a fund in New York City. That is where I learned how to trade. Then 2008 happened. That was a great housing market crisis, subprime mortgage mess, great recession, stock market crash. But during that time, I actually went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before any of that was possible, before they even let me touch $1 of their money, I first had to go through an intensive training program. I had access to some of the top trading tools available, and I was part of a community of like-minded traders. And that is exactly what the True Trading Group platform is based on now here today. Guys, this live stream is going to be a good one. All right, we're going to do a like 15, 20-minute Q&A. We're going to give some time for people to log on.
Hi.
Hey, Ari.
Look right there. Look.
Hi. Hey, Ari.
Say hi, Uncle Mike.
Hi, Uncle Mike.
Hey, Ari. What's up, big guy? That's awesome. For those of you that do not know who that was Adam, my partner and co-founder of True Trading Group, and that was his son, Ari. So, where was I? I don't know where I was. I always get distracted whenever I see or hear Ari. Ari's got the cutest voice I've ever heard in my life. So where was I, guys? Yes, 20-minute Q&A. All right, that's how we're going to start off this live stream. All right, I'm going to give some time for people to log on. You can ask me questions, and then we're going to dive into kind of a little daily recap today, guys. We're going to go over the overall markets. We had a pretty significant pullback in the markets today. Question is there more to come? I've got a position on regarding SPY options. I'll tell you guys all about it. I'm still in it. And then we're going to talk about all the hot stocks today. You've got GameStop had earnings. You have AMC, GEVO, CEI had some really good news. A couple of different stocks that were kind of gaining a lot of attention today. And I'm going to cover all of your questions regarding those different stocks here today on this live stream. I'm going to give you guys some updates also on a swing trade position that I had that I closed out of, and I've got a new swing position open. I'll update you guys on all of that here today as well. Then last but not least, I will walk you through the entire TTG platform, and I'll show you exactly what True Trading Group has to offer at the end later on this live stream. So listen up, guys. Listen good. We're about to start that Q&A session. Begin typing your questions in chat right now. Remember, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Do not be shy. Do not be embarrassed. The only thing that's stupid is to not ask the question that you have. So without any further ado, folks, let's go ahead. Let's begin that Q&A. Start typing your questions right in chat. All right. Who's going to be first? Mike, great example on EFTR viable volume pullback. What about non-viable volume on pullbacks? Wow. Great question. Great question. And Whipsaw is referring to yesterday's live stream. Yesterday's live stream, I gave a lesson on how to use volume to identify viable pullbacks in a home run trade yesterday at EFTR. That's what Whipsaw Jackson is referring to right now. So non-viable pullbacks. Okay, so non-viable pullbacks. I'll actually pull up the EFTR chart just to kind of use as reference. So we could kind of go over, so we can go over the lesson. Bear with me. I'm gonna get my charts up and ready here, guys, so we can go over this together. All right, here we go. So I'll share my screen and we can talk about this. Okay. So an example of buyable pullback volume versus non-buyable pullback volume. Okay. Now, the example that I used yesterday, right? The example that I used yesterday was this entry point. Oh, I'm not showing my screen. There you go. Okay. So this example that I'm looking at, right? This was yesterday's trade. Okay. This was yesterday's trade. We went over this yesterday on the live stream. Okay. We got long inside of this red candle, literally right there on EFTR. And the whole premise here was using volume to identify pullbacks. Real strong, heavy volume, heaviest volume of the day when we broke through that prior high. And then you'll see the volume that came in on the pullback was extremely, extremely low. The volume on the pullback, very, very, very low. This was the lesson from yesterday. Okay. Now, the opposite of this, okay, this is using volume to identify a buyable pullback. Okay. But listen, do not just go and buy every single stock that pulls back with low volume. The rest of the setup has to be there as well, right? Like I'm not just buying this here because there's low volume on the pullback. You want to make sure that there's an overall setup here that makes this a high probability trade. And that, my friends, was the previous high of the day, but also the prior day's high of the day. So you have this little double top resistance here. And when we broke through it, right, you see we broke through it, you have the heaviest volume the stock has traded. So when you get the heaviest volume the stock's traded through that resistance level, that tells me, okay, let me look for this level to become support now. And I'll look for a low volume pullback into that support level, which is what we got. And that's when I then took the entry. And that's when we caught the home run trade. That's when we caught this home run trade that was EFTR. Okay. Now, the opposite of this, okay, would be a non-buyable pullback. If you get a breakthrough resistance level, right, and let's just go back and I'll just use the exact same setup, right? Let's say this is what we're looking at. Let's say this was EFTR and I'm saying, okay, heavy volume, right? Heavy volume on the breakthrough. Now here comes your pullback. If the volume on the pullback looked like this, all right, let's do this. If the volume on this pullback, okay, looked like this, little arts and crafts, that's why I love TC2000, it's so easy to draw. If the volume bars looked like this during this pullback, that's going to be a warning sign, okay? Volume bars that would have looked like this during the pullback would be a warning sign. That would be high volume, increasing volume while the stock is pulling back. That is a warning sign, okay? That might be a pullback that you are going to want to stay clear of. That might be a pullback that instead of getting long on the pullback itself, you might rather wait to see if in fact that level holds, and then you can maybe take an entry a little bit higher. Yes, you're going to be buying the stock higher, but you're buying the stock after getting confirmation that support level is intact, because it would be difficult to have confidence buying the pullback if the volume bars on the pullback looked like this. Okay, if the volume on the pullback looked like this, you're talking about that steadily increasing volume rather than decreasing volume on the pullback. Okay, so that's really the main difference between what would be now you see when I make all those candles go away, look at how low the volume is. That's what makes this a buyable pullback, because overall you have a clean setup with the breakthrough this double top high. Heaviest volume of the day through that double top high makes the probability of this previous resistance becoming support. It increases the probability of that. The heavier the volume that comes in on the break, the greater the chance that that previous level is now support. And then you'll look to buy the pullback when the volume is very low, like this. When the volume is very high, like if you have volume like that on the pullback, that's when you're going to want to be a little bit more cautious and maybe stay clear of that pullback rather than step in there and get long. Okay, so Whipsaw Jackson, excellent question, my man. I hope this answer was helpful. And great job, really great job, really good question. I hope that was helpful. That's a good one. That's kind of a follow-on to the lessons we talked about last night on last night's live stream. Mike, real quick, I learned to use the fibs on a gap up with the courses. Thanks a mil, but how do I use the fibs? Do it in a gap down? German, great question. Let's talk about it. Anybody want to throw out for me a stock that gapped down today? Just off the top of your head, anybody have a stock that gapped down today that they want to? Anybody have a stock that was weak today that they want to talk about? Let me see. CRDF gapped up, not down. BBIG did not gap down either. MMAT. Okay, MMAT gapped down, but then it reversed. MMAT did a red to green. Lumen. No, these are not really gap downs, guys. Let me see. I'll just pick one. I'll pick one. I will pick one. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's just use this base as an example. All right, I'm going to pull up my screen again. I'll share my screen with you guys. We're going to use BASE. We're going to use base. Okay, we're going to use base. GameStop also got down. Yeah, GameStop actually went red to green, though. I'm going to use base. All right, I'm going to use base. This was a gap down, and stock stayed weak during the day. So when you're dealing with Fibonacci's on a gap down, I'm going to go over two different scenarios because your question, I don't know if you're talking about using Fibonacci's for support or using Fibonacci's as resistance. There are two different ways to use Fibonacci's. You can use Fibonacci's as support and you can use Fibonacci's as resistance. So right now, I'll show you how to use Fibonacci's as resistance. When you have a gap down and you're using your Fibonacci levels as resistance, okay, meaning you're looking for possible resistance levels on the bounce, you will anchor, and this is for like if you want to short a stock, you'll anchor your Fibonacci at the prior day's close and you will draw it down to the low of the day. Okay, you will draw it down to the low of the day. Now, what starts to appear are now your Fibonacci levels. I'll make them a little bit bigger so you can see them. All of these dotted lines, these become potential areas of resistance. Okay, these dotted lines become potential areas of resistance. Okay, that is how you would use Fibonacci levels to plot resistance levels on a gap down. You'd go from the prior day's close, and that's where you would start your anchor, and then you would draw the second anchor down to the low of the day. Okay, and what you could write down to the low of the day, and that's how you'd plot out your Fibonacci retracement levels for resistance. Now, if you're using them for support, which I believe that's what you meant on your question, German. I believe that's what you meant on your question, is how do I use them as potential support levels if you have a gap down? Well, in the case of GameStop today, GameStop had the gap down. If you have a gap down, you're going to anchor your Fibonacci retracement level from the low of the day to whatever the high of the day is at the time that you're drawing it. Now, GameStop, as you can see, GameStop started to climb all day long after what was a pretty crappy earnings call. The earnings themselves weren't bad. A lot of people had a problem with the conference call from GameStop, saying that GameStop they did not really discuss a plan for kind of this transformation of the company. They really don't have a plan. And that was disappointing to a lot of investors, and that's why the stock gapped down. They actually did see an increase in revenue, but the transformation of the company, which got so many people excited about GameStop in the first place, was a letdown for a lot of people. That's why you had the gap down. So you would anchor your Fibonacci at the low of the day if you're looking for support levels. And let's say that this was what the stock looked like at that moment, right? Let's say this is what the stock looked like when you want to enjoy your Fibonacci's. You would draw it up to the high of the day. And now that plots out for you potential levels of support. And then what you would do is once GameStop makes a new high, which it did right there, you would redraw your Fibonacci up to that previous high. So like we go from one high, right? And then you'll see we step in right there at 23.6 Fibonacci support, and the stock makes a new high. Once we make a new high, you would then adjust your Fibonacci up to the new high, and then you'll see, oh, well, look at that again. Bang, 23.6 Fibonacci support. And then, oh, we made another new high, and then you would anchor, bring it all the way up to another new high now. And you would continue to do that as the stock made new highs. So just remember these couple sayings. If you're drawing Fibonacci levels for support, okay, remember this. If you're drawing Fibonacci levels for support, you're going to anchor your Fibonacci level at either the intraday low or the prior day's close, whichever is lower. Okay, if you're using Fibonacci for support, you're going to anchor at the prior day's close or the current intraday low, whichever is lower. If you are using Fibonacci for resistance, you will anchor at the prior day's close or the current high of the day, whichever is higher. Okay, again, if you're using Fibonacci for resistance, you will anchor at the prior day's close or the current intraday high, whichever is higher if you're using for resistance. Okay, so that's how you guys are going to be using Fibonacci retracement levels. I teach you guys all this stuff in all of our courses. We go into Fibonacci's in great detail inside of our courses. It is part of the technical analysis lessons that you will learn as a member of True Trading Group. I hope that was helpful. Hey, Mike, what do you think about this payment for order flow? Okay, so paying for order flow is actually something that has gone on forever. It's not anything new. This is a huge part of Robinhood's model, okay, where they're basically selling your order flow to other institutions. And what happens is you start to get poor quality fills. You have, market makers can kind of jump in front of your orders because they know that they have the other order that's kind of sitting there in place to cover the opposite side of the trade. And it's something that will usually typically result in poor quality fills, poor executions, where like you might want to try to buy a stock at $18.78, but in reality, they buy you the stock at $18.82, something like that. Okay. Or you try to sell the stock at $5, you end up selling it at $4.97, something like that. It's gone on forever. It's just starting to now get media attention because of Robinhood, and because Robinhood generates such a large amount of their business and revenue from paying for order flow, but they're not the only house on the street that pays for order flow, not by a long shot. Okay, everybody does it. You now have the SEC chair that was talking about possibly trying to get rid of it because with the surge of the retail trader, this is becoming more and more and more of an issue. I personally don't think it's something that needs to be taken away. It's an aspect of the markets that has always been there. I really don't think it's that big of a deal. I really don't think the SEC is going to completely get rid of paying for order flow. You have to understand how much of a change that would make to financial markets and different institutions and trading houses and brokerage firms. And it would be such a drastic change. Robinhood would be in deep shit if they banned that, because Robinhood does not have the other revenue sources that like a Charles Schwab has, that like a Fidelity has, that like an E-Trade has, TD, because they have a lot of other services that they can offer their clients. They have like 401k plans. There's other products that these other places have. Robinhood is trying to get into that, but they're not there yet. They have not established that type of business yet. So if, let's say, like next month, the SEC chair was like, yeah, no more payment for order flow, that's a huge problem for Robinhood. I forgot what the number might be, like 40% or 60% of their revenue comes from paying for order flow. So obviously, if they're no longer able to make money and generate revenue from that, that would be a serious problem. I don't think that's going to happen. I got to tell you, I would actually be pretty surprised if that happened. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I know it's been talked about a lot, but it's not anything new in the markets. It's been around forever. Yeah, that's actually a good point too. I just saw somebody was commenting that if they take that away, the brokerage firms are probably going to start charging you for commissions again. You know, it's like you can't have both. You know, it's like you can't say, I don't want to pay for trades, I don't want to pay commission to trade, but then say, I don't want you to sell my order flow. It's like these people need to make money to transact your order. Like, they're not doing this for free, right? Like, everybody's got to make money. So, you know, if you want to trade all you want without paying any commissions, then you're going to have to accept that they're going to sell your order flow. If you don't want them to sell your order flow, well, then you're going to have to pay a commission, right? You can't have both. So you got to ask yourself, what would you rather have? Would you rather have zero commission trading, or would you rather, you know, get a couple of extra pennies better fill on your order? I think for individual retail traders, way more important you guys have commission-free trades. I still pay for commissions. I pay a lot in commissions. I use Lightspeed. Lightspeed has, you know, institutional execution. Their execution is the best on the street. But I pay for that execution. You know, you can't have that kind of execution if you're not paying for it. Honestly, it's like, this is one of those things where, like, you get what you pay for. Next question. Don't be shy, guys. Fire away. I'm here. I don't bite. I swear. Are they really handling our buys and sells? I figured it was all computerized. Well, yeah, of course it's computerized. It's not like you don't have like one person sitting there saying, like, it's not the old days. You know, like the old days, like literally trades were transacted on like pieces of paper. You know, literally it was called a ticket. It was literally called a ticket. And you would, you know, the ticker symbol, the amount of shares, the price, and it was like transacted that way, like in a pit. You would match orders with your tickets. That's how crazy it was. But yeah, no, it's computerized. It's computerized. Robinhood can't, you know, it's not like they don't have individual people that are transacting literally millions of trades. I don't know. I don't know how many trades that Robinhood's platform makes in a minute or in a second. I would assume that the number is astronomically high. But no, human beings are not doing that. It's done through computerized platforms where you have your broker routes your broker takes your order, and then your broker then routes your order through to a market maker, which connects your order into the exchange where it is actually transacted. Okay, your broker is actually not the one that is going to execute your trade. That order gets routed through a market maker. Some brokerage firms have their own market makers, some do not, where then that order will then get transacted. It's the market maker's job to really conduct the actual transaction itself. The market maker is going to be one that's going to literally match buy and sell orders to create what is a trade execution. You can't have a trade execution without two orders matching, right? You need 2 orders to match in order for there to be a trade transaction. You got to have, if somebody has to be willing to buy the stock at $10.10, somebody else has to be willing to sell the stock at $10.10. The market maker takes those orders and goes, you are a match, trade executed. Okay, that is how it works, but that is done through computer. Like, what does dovish mean when the Fed talks? Okay, so dovish means that you have an accommodative Fed. Accommodative Fed means their monetary policy is said to be bullish for the markets. Okay, dovish means an accommodative Fed. Hawkish means a tightening Fed. All right, a tightening Fed is typically seen as bearish for equity markets. Okay, so typically dovish equals bullish, hawkish equals bearish. That's typically the terminology. So, like, example, when the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, that is considered monetary tightening. That's considered hawkish. When the Fed cuts interest rates, that's considered dovish. When the Fed is talking about providing $120 billion worth of liquidity into different security markets, that is considered dovish. When they're talking about tapering back on that, that's something that would be considered hawkish. Okay, so dovish most of the time equals bullish. Hawkish most of the time equals bearish. Where do you get your trade ideas from? Thinkorswim Most Active List or someplace else, or TT's own trade idea scanner? I do not use TD, first of all. I don't use Thinkorswim. I use Lightspeed. But where we get my trade ideas from, guys, is we have several different scanners with True Trading Group that are included free with your membership. You've got our trade ideas scanner that comes with your membership, where it'll show you what stocks are making new highs, making new lows, stocks that have a volume surge, and the scanner is broken down between small caps, mid caps, and large caps. So regardless what you trade, if you're a large cap trader, a small cap trader, whatever, we can make sure that you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. The top gainer scan. So you've got our trade ideas scanner. We also have a proprietary scanner in True Trading Group that allows people like to share their scanner settings. And then with my TC2000, I've got a top gainers list, but most of my trade ideas are coming from the trade ideas scanner that is free included with your membership. One of the best scanners out there, guys. That's good. A dove is a beautiful thing to us retail traders until a hawk flies in, grabs us, and eats us for dinner. It's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it. I'm a 15 going to join TTG. Do you think I will be one of the youngest? If you're 15, you need parents' permission. If you're 15, you need parents' permission. You have to have, if you're under the age of 18, you're going to need a custodial account with your brokerage firm that your parents are going to have to sign off on. So you will need your parents to open up a brokerage account. And if you're going to be a member of True Trading Group at 15 years old, yes, you would definitely be one of our youngest. I got to tell you, Monty Smith, I am so incredibly impressed that you are even on this live stream right now and not on TikTok or Twitch watching somebody play video games. I commend you for being on here and getting an education and getting an interest in this. Believe me, my friend, when you are 25 and a lot of your friends are trying to figure out what they're doing with their lives, you, my friend, are going to be looking at buying your first home if you continue down this path. Congratulations to you. And I look forward to kind of taking you under our wing, so to speak, and to teach you. It's never too early to start learning about the markets. It is also never too late. So anyone that's out there that feels that they might have missed the opportunity, it's never too early. It is also never too late to learn and how to take advantage of opportunities in the markets. So Monty, congratulations. Seriously. Props to you. When you tier one and stock pulls back to your stop loss and find support, is it best to add into your full size tier two, tier three on the way back to your entry, or until the stock surpasses your entry price? Zeus, great question. Really great question. Typically, I don't like adding to, if you're tiering into your position, you have to go, let's go back and let's talk about the reasoning for the tiers. Okay. You enter tier one because you think you see something. You're not quite sure. You think you see something, but you'd like to have more confirmation. Maybe at the moment, it might be a B quality setup, but something else might change that makes it an A quality setup. I don't like adding to tier two unless something has changed. Otherwise, you're defeating the whole purpose of tier one. The idea of adding to tier two is that something has changed that increases the probability of the pattern you are looking at. All right. That's what it's all about. You're adding tier two, usually at a higher price than where you enter tier one, and you're sacrificing the higher price because you're getting higher probability. That's the premise of tier one, tier two when you're entering a trade. Now, tier one is usually 25% of your desired position size. So if you wanted to buy 1,000 shares of a stock, tier one would be 250. Okay. So I like to think of it that you only enter tier two when something has changed, when the reason why you entered tier one is confirmed somehow. What is that confirmation? Depends on the trade setup. It can be the break through a particular level. It can be a bounce off of a particular level. It could be an increase in volume at a specific point in the setup. There's a lot of different things that might, it could be a trade line VWAP cross. It could be a trade line test and bounce. There's a lot of different things depending on the setup that you're trading, but it's typically let's add tier two when the probability of the pattern has increased. So in the question you're asking, if you enter tier one, the stock goes down to your stop loss and then bounces, nothing's changed yet, right? Typically nothing's changed. The stock is just still where you entered it. Nothing's really changed yet. So be careful prematurely adding to your positions, because you end up defeating the whole purpose of why you entered tier one in the first place. Right? You kind of defeat the whole purpose, because now you're in full size, but the probability of the setup is still exactly the same. So if that's the case, you should have just entered full size the first go around. You're defeating the purpose of the tier one. I hope that answers your question, Zeus. Yes, it is game night tonight. Tonight is the official opening of the NFL season. Bucks Cowboys should be a good one. Do you have any advice? I believe the game starts in 26 minutes. Do you have any advice on how to spot runners like CEI early on? And is it safe to say that if the volume is extremely unusually heavy, it's viable to use the 15-60-minute trade line up to daily trend line to stay in? Habibi Sauce, the thing about CEI has been a huge social media pump on Twitter for the last week or so. You have had a lot of very large groups and communities really pumping the crap out of CEI. And then today the company came out with news. The company came out with news today. So the reason why the stock went up today is literally the stock was down today, doing nothing. The stock was dead today. And then at 12:30, the company comes out with a piece of news in the middle of the day, where, let's see, Canberra Energy Sources licensed to ESG's carbon capture technology. They signed a deal. They inked a deal with ESG Clean Energy for their carbon capture technology. That press release came out at literally 12:40 in the afternoon. In the middle of the day, the company dropped that press release, and then the stock just shot right from there. So obviously, no, there's no way for you to tell or to spot a runner like CEI when the reason why the stock moved was the company putting out a press release at 12:40 in the afternoon. You just have to be paying attention to that stock. And when the news comes out, see the news on like our Benzinga news feed, get that news before the rest of the crowd and decide, hey, this news is significant, I'm going to buy it. And then you ride the wave as other people start to get the news later. They buy the stock. This is why our Benzinga news feed is so important. Our Benzinga news feed will give you guys news as soon as it crosses the wire. So like CEI is a perfect example, okay, of why it's so important to use our Benzinga newsfeed and the value that this brings to our THD members, because this company came out with that news right there. Right there, this company came out with that news, and you can see within less than 6 minutes, this stock went from 94 cents to $1.13. So if you're getting, whoever gets this news first is able to buy the stock in here, and then you have everybody else starts to get the news. Okay, let me actually redraw this for you. Okay, people that get the news first are able to buy the stock in here versus people that get the news later are able to buy the stock up here. This is why a real-time news feed is so important. So like if CEI is on your list, or this is a stock that you're watching, you could be paying attention to CEI and just be alerted and notified when a news release comes out and it crosses the wire, and you can get yourself into this stock and then catch this huge follow-through move. Again, as other traders start to read the news, well, guess what? You read the news back here as soon as it came out, because you're getting news at the same time the professionals are getting news, not at the same time retail traders are getting the news. Yahoo Finance is going to post this news probably 20 minutes after it comes out. By that point, the stock's already up 20%. So this is why it's so important to use that Benzinga newsfeed, guys. It's in our chat room. It is free with your membership. You don't pay extra for it. It's all included on the TGG platform. This is a great example of why that is so important when you're going to be an active trader. That newsfeed is going to give you guys, okay, opportunities to either get into stocks or get out of stocks when that news crosses the wire, depending on if it's good or bad news. So with a stock like CEI, if it runs 60 cents because it's such a cheap stock, you can really profit off that 60 cents, where if it was a more expensive stock, it wouldn't dent it. Well, yeah, it's all percentage. It's all percentage, Ciopolis. Like 60 cents on a 90 cent stock is huge. It's a huge move. It's a huge percentage move. The percentage gain is percentage gain. It's all relative, but a 60 cent move for Tesla is nothing. That's not even 0.1%. Like, a 60 cent move is nothing for Tesla, because Tesla is a $700 stock, right? 60 cents is literally nothing. So when you're looking at a stock like CEI, well, if a 90-cent stock goes up 60 cents, that's a huge gain. It's a huge gain. It's all relative to the position size that you have on. 60 cents is 60 cents, but your position size in CEI is going to be a hell of a lot bigger than your position size when it comes to Tesla. If you look at share count, like if the shares you're going to buy in CEI is going to be far, far greater than the shares you would buy in something like Tesla. So it's percentage gain is percentage gain. It's all relative. There's a lot of crazy stuff about dark pools trading at a second true price and dark pools being used in order to keep trades from moving the stock price. What's the real skinny on dark pools? That's actually true, Morgan. That's actually true. Large institutions will use dark pool exchanges to transact very large trades. And part of that reason is to try to transact these trades without affecting the price of the true equity market. Now, dark pools is where, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a hedge fund that wants to sell $50 million worth of a stock. They may try to unload that position through the dark pools and see if there's a buyer for that type of size through the dark pools. And it's going to be completely controlled by institutions. where these large orders are typically transacted. It's not somewhere that retail traders are going to be buying 100 shares, selling 500 shares or something like that. It's where you're going to have literally multi tens of millions, sometimes even larger size transactions are going to be transacted. They do exist. Dark pools are real. They are used very frequently. You actually also, if anybody watches the show Billions, I believe it was just the last season or the season before that, where there was a situation where Bobby Axelrod, who's the lead character in the show, he manages a hedge fund that has a few $1 billion under management, and he's trying to sell out of a position, and he actually instructs one of his traders to sell. I forgot how much of the position. I think it was the entire position, but he instructed his trader to sell through the dark pools to start, because once they started selling this position, it would alert other funds that his hedge fund was liquidating, because it would be driving the price of the stock down. Word would start to spread, and then that would cause other selling, which would push the price of the stock down even further. So to try to get ahead of that, he actually instructed his trader to go sell on the dark pools so he can try to sell as much as he could before kind of letting the rest of Wall Street know that they're dumping these positions, right? Because like you're trying to sell these positions like off on the dark pool, which hopefully is not going to be affecting the price of the stock too much on the equity market, because you're getting in like individual transactions where it's like I'm saying like, hey, I want to sell my cell phone. Does anybody want to buy it? And like it's a private transaction almost, where we cannot disrupt the rest of the iPhone market. That's kind of how you guys can look at dark pools, but they are a very real thing. I hope that kind of helps answer your question. All right, one more, guys. One more question. Oh, it's already 8:15. One more question, guys, and then we're gonna roll in. I'll take that McLaren. No, never. All right, guys, come on. One more question. What do we got? Anyone? Bueller. What can those big lunchtime moves be attributed to? Is it to take advantage while so many big dogs are on their extended martini lunches? I'm not sure what big lunchtime moves you're referring to, Humble Pie. I am really not sure what big lunchtime moves you're referring to. What can big lunchtime moves be attributed to? I don't know. I don't think that there's I don't think there's like a real premise behind it. Maybe sometimes when you get these lunchtime moves, it's because less people are maybe at their desks during lunchtime, because literally people do step out and go get lunch, unless it's like a crazy day. But traders do step up from their desk and they go get lunch. So you may have, instances where there is less market participants. So when you have one side of the market really picking direction, and you have the bulls stepping in and just saying, yeah, we're going to buy, there's maybe not as many traders that are around to take on the sell side of that trade. So maybe that could be something that's attributed to it. Guys, I see I have a lot of questions about AMC. I will share all of my thoughts on AMC in just a couple minutes. I will break it down in grave detail. A lot of questions on AMC, CEI, GEVO. I see a lot of people that are typing questions asking about these things. I will cover all of that in grave detail in just a moment. Guys, great Q&A. Really great Q&A. You guys asked a lot of great questions. I can't believe that we were doing that for 45 minutes. Time flies. I literally said 15, 20 minutes, and I did 45. But a really great Q&A. For those of you that are not TC members, if I did not get to your question, Don't worry about it. We do this 6 nights a week. Just click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. Make sure you never miss out on any one of these lives. I'd actually like to know, speaking of new members, who here is brand new. Guys, tell me, talk to me. Type the number 1 in chat right now if this is your first live stream, or if you're not a member of TTG, go ahead and type the number 1 in chat. All right, we got Sabrina Tran. How are you? We got Weston, Quiet Pronto, Kenny Battles. I actually knew someone named Kenny Battles when I was in high school. Weston says, love the content. Weston, thank you, man. Stick around. There's plenty more to come. That was just the Q&A. Haven't even gotten to our lessons yet. Steve Luring, Haggis, Pedro De La Cruz, Fred Garcia, Brady Lucero, Leilang, Trolley Dolly. I like that username. Awesome. So we have a lot of new faces here. Gang, all of you that are new, remember, keep in mind, TTG is the fastest growing and highest rated premium educational platform for traders that is all about results, because results matter at True Trading Group. We help people reach their goals of becoming consistently profitable by combining top-notch education, which is a simplified version of education I learned that I was working at the fund in New York. And we combine that with premium tools from companies like Benzinga, TradingView, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, and more. And we're a community that all shares the same goal, and that's to learn, trade, and profit together. If you guys have been watching my live streams for a while, you know that we've been moving the price of our membership up by a couple of bucks every day until we get back to over $2,000, because we've been adding a lot of new features to our program. I am being told here, guys, that we've got 7 laptops left. I'm being told we have 7 laptops left from Adam, and he's saying that is it. That's all we've got. So we got 7 laptops left, and then that is it. No more laptops. He's not able to get any more after this because of the chip shortage. We started with 30 laptops 48 hours ago. We had 30 of them. And now we are down to the last, 6 or 7? 7. Okay, 7. Yeah. We had 30 laptops 48 hours ago. We are now down to 7. That is it. We got 7 laptops left for the next 7 people that join True Trading Group. You will get a brand new free laptop, and we also do cover the shipping cost for you. It's totally free. It's our gift for you to join the TTG family. A 1-year membership, it's normally $2,212, but from now till midnight, you can actually save 42% and pay just $1,282, and the next 7 people will get a brand new free laptop. Okay, you get a brand new free laptop when you use coupon code TTG121. Okay, again, that is TTG121. You'll get the 42% discount, and you'll get yourself the brand new laptop, but it's only the first 7 people to use that code. That's it. Then we have no more laptops after that. Okay, we have no more laptops after that. Again, we do cover the shipping cost for you, and we do ship globally. I want you guys to think of True Trading Group as the Netflix of trading communities, because you pay one price, you get access to the core of everything that we have to offer for the entire year. With your membership comes included our 17-course curriculum. There's beginner and foundation courses for those that are new. There's advanced courses, swing trading, trader psychology, options, crypto, you name it. It's all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. This is a simplified version of what I learned at the hedge fund. This is how I learned how to trade. This is how you will learn how to trade. And you get all of the courses. There are no VIP or pro courses that are going to cost you more money. They're all included with your membership when you join. Then you're getting the Benzinga Pro newsfeed, what I just told you about. It's going to give you live up into the second breaking news alerts when you guys join True Trading Group right inside of our chat room. Then you've got our Quote Media's full book level 2, so you can see all the market maker depth inside of level 2, not just the ones your broker shows you. You're also going to be able to use TradingView's premium charting software, one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. Then you have a simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Use the simulator, guys. Prove you can make money on the simulator first. This is the same simulator that is used at California State University Fullerton, University of Wisconsin Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. They use that exact same simulator as we do. All these things are included free with your membership. You do not have to pay extra for any of these things. You also get to use the Trade Idea Scanner, which will show you stocks making new highs, new lows, has a surge in volume. It's broken down between small cap, mid cap, large cap. So no matter what you trade, we make sure you're focused on the hottest stocks. We have our own proprietary scanner That's also included. That has the functionality of FinViz Elite with the streaming power of our streaming data from our partners at Quote Media. We also have access to our chat room, okay, where you're going to be able to view the screen of the moderators because we share our screen with you during the day. We're live on the microphone. We're talking to you during the day, just like I'm talking to you now. We're there with you the whole day from the pre-market till after hours, calling out trades in advance on the microphone. I break down my entire trade plan on the microphone before I ever enter a trade. And then I also will, you guys also have the ability to send us DMs and messages during the day. You can ask any one of the professional traders in TTG. You can ask us questions during the day in real time. We're also sporting over an 83% win rate in chat, which we're fully transparent. We keep a trading journal on our website, which tracks all of our trading activity, so you guys can follow along with that. We also do live workshops and webinars. Do not forget, September 11th from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern, we will be hosting Options Palooza. Options Palooza is an all-day long virtual training workshop that is focused on options. Our two top professional option traders, Chris and Momin, are going to be hosting that Options Palooza. It is a must attend for anyone that has ever been interested in trading options. It is free with your membership, as everything else is with your membership to True Trading Group, but it is for members only. If you're not a member, you cannot attend. I am sorry, but I'm not sorry. Okay. Also, you will be getting 2 small private study groups per year, okay, with your membership. This is going to be a chance for you to get individualized attention from a TTG moderator, ask questions, go over lessons and topics that you are struggling with to really help speed up that learning curve. Then we also do a lot of fun giveaways. Whenever we get 300 new members into Trading Group, we give away a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash. All you have to do is be a member of True Trading Group by midnight tonight, okay? We are giving away $30,000 or a brand new Tesla this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern live, okay? At 8:30 p.m. Eastern live, we are giving away a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash to one lucky TTG member. You just have to be a member by midnight tonight. So anyone that signs up tonight by midnight Pacific time will have a chance to win $30,000 or a brand new Tesla this Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on this YouTube channel. Set your reminders. So the next 7 people that join True Trading Group will get the 42% discount, a brand new laptop, and a chance to win 30 grand or a Tesla this Sunday. They're first come, first serve. Okay, you have to actually enter coupon code TTG121 and then click apply code in order to get the discount. You'll know you're getting one of the laptops if you go to the checkout cart and you see a laptop in the checkout cart. That means you're getting a laptop. If you get to your checkout and there is no laptop, that means we have completely sold out of those laptops. That means we have completely sold out of those laptops. We also offer a money back guarantee, guys. I stand behind this program. I stand behind the education, the resources, the tools, the platform that we have created. And that is why anyone that is willing to commit to me, okay, anyone that's willing to commit to me, if you tell me you're going to go through the courses, you'll pass the quizzes, and you'll attend one private study group, that is all I ask from you. If you do those 3 things and still do not make back your membership fee at least once, I will give you all of your money back. I will give you a full refund. I'm not kidding. The reason why I'm able to do this, guys, is because results matter. And the results and the facts of the matter are that over 80% of our members are successful, meaning they're making money and they're becoming better traders. And if you do not believe me, watch this. My TTG members, if you are making money and you are becoming a better trader because of True Trading Group, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. If you are not a member, I want you to pay very close attention to the amount of number 1s that come through the side of the screen right now. Literally right here. Just look at the amount of number 1s that are coming through chat right now. These number 1s, these are the reasons why I am able to confidently offer you a money back guarantee without breaking a single bead of sweat, because results matter. And the results are that over 80% of our members are successful, meaning they're making money and becoming better traders. You are seeing that right now come through on the side of the screen. But that also does mean that just under 20% of our members are struggling. I don't sugarcoat anything in TTG. I tell it how it is. I'm always straight up with you. I know it's not possible for us to have 100% success rate. I know that's not possible. That doesn't mean we can't try for it. Every month we hold red to green workshops. That's what we call them. We leave no trader behind in TTG. So what we do with these red to green workshops is those members that are still struggling, they submit questions and topics to us that they're having problems with. The moderators and I cover those topics and lessons live in a 2-hour-long workshop. That is our red to green workshop because we leave no trader behind. Okay, so anyone that uses coupon code TTG121, you will get that money back guarantee. If you sign up by midnight tonight, you will get a chance to win 30 grand or a brand new Tesla on this Sunday. You'll also be able to attend Options Palooza this Saturday. And for the first 7 people that use coupon code TTG121, you'll get a brand new free laptop also. If you do not want a laptop, okay, if you do not want a laptop, but you would like to sign up for an added discount, you guys can just text the number 201-775-9702 right now. I'll say that again. If you want to sign up, but you do not want a laptop, you'd rather have an added discount, you can send a text message to 201-775-9702 right now. That phone number is right there at the bottom of my screen. You guys can send a text message to that number right now if you guys have any questions about the membership or if you would like to get a membership without a laptop for a steeper discount. You can text that number right there right now. Okay, but there are 7 laptops left. Okay, 7 laptops left. You guys can just use that coupon code to claim them. All right. Okay. All right, let's move on. All right, so what I'm going to do here now, guys, we're going to move on to kind of the daily recap. We're going to move on to the daily recap. Oh, we now only have 6 laptops left. Everybody welcome Eddie. Everybody welcome Eddie. We only have 6 laptops left, guys. So you have to use coupon code TTG121. That'll get you the brand new laptop, all right? It'll get you the 42% discount. You'll be able to attend Options Palooza, and you'll have a chance to win 30 grand or win a brand new Tesla on Sunday. You have to be a member by midnight tonight in order to qualify for a chance to win the Tesla or 30 grand on Sunday. Okay, and again, all you got to do is be a member, and you guys have a chance to win. All right, so that's it, folks. All right, 6 of them left. Now let's move on. I want to talk to you guys, kind of recap the day a little bit. I exited one swing trade. I entered another. I'll just update you guys on a swing trade that I had going from the other day with NVAX. And I will pull up my charts for this. Okay, NVAX. We entered NVAX, okay, on September 7th. Okay, I entered NVAX on September 7th, right in here. All right, actually it was right here. Entered NVAX on September 7th. I took a piece of profit off on September 8th, up there around 276. And then a couple of pieces of news came out today on NVAX that has caused me to exit my position. So headline risk, very real with something like NVAX. And I told you guys this when we entered this trade, that something like NVAX is going to be very prone to headline risk. What is headline risk? That is news announcements from the company. Now, news announcements from a company are completely out of your control. There's nothing that you can do about them. There's no way for you to foresee them coming. This is just an occupational hazard, okay? This is the risks of the market for a company putting out a bad piece of news while you are in the trade, okay? Now, I'd already taken a piece of profit off the table. 25% of my position came off the table for about a $10 a share move from 266 to 276. But then I exited the rest of that trade today after hours. What happened today, NVAX announced that they are delaying their vaccine until later in the year. They've been working closely with the FDA to do a final submission for approval for their vaccine. they have delayed that till later the end of the year. So that was one piece of negative news that the company issued today. The second was the company had announced that they were going to be coming out with a flu COVID vaccine combination. So one shot with a flu and COVID vaccine. Well, guess what? Moderna also announced today that Moderna is developing a flu COVID-19 combination vaccine. So once that news was announced from Moderna that they were going to be coming out with a single shot flu COVID vaccine, NVAX just dropped. Now, these are pieces of news that are completely out of your control, folks. So once that news came out, I said, okay, this changes things for my trade. Fundamentals will always trump technicals. Okay, it doesn't matter what a chart looks like. When a piece of news comes out, all bets are off. Stocks will always move on fundamental news more so than they will move on technicals. And once that news came out, I decided to bail. I have exited the rest of the NVAX position today after hours at around $252 a share. Okay, so I'm going to update you guys on that one trade on NVAX, but I've now entered a new one, and these are SPY put options. Okay, these are SPY put options. I bought SPY put options right there. Okay, right there is where I bought the September 15th. Okay, the September 15th. $449 strike put option at $2.51. Okay, $2.51. I've taken a piece of my position off the table there on the new low at $2.82. I also took more profit off right before the close to reduce my risk holding overnight. And now I'm holding these put options overnight to see if we get more downside tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, we have PPI data. This is going to give us some information into inflation. Okay, this is going to give us some information into inflation. So if this number comes back bad, my thoughts here are that we could continue lower. Okay, my thoughts are that we can continue lower. All right. So I've got these SPY puts working. The other thing that I want to point out to you is that we have broken below what was a key level of support. So yesterday's low of the day, right? You see yesterday's low of the day, and I'll delete these, my entry and my take profits for now, just so we can clean this up. And then you'll see a pretty significant level of support there earlier today. And then we broke beneath that level after hours. And now after hours, we have stayed beneath it, creating a level of resistance. So we have from a technical standpoint, it looks like we are going lower. And maybe tomorrow we can get some help from a fundamental standpoint with maybe some negative PPI data. This PPI data that's coming out at 8:30 will move the market. So you have to make sure that you are paying attention at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Zubir, welcome. Everyone welcome Zubir to the TTG family. We now only have 5 laptops left, folks. We have 5 laptops left. That is it. Okay. We have 5 laptops left. That is it. You've got to use coupon code TTG121. You'll be able to get the 42% discount, the brand new free laptop. You'll be able to attend Options Palooza. You'll have a chance to win a brand new Tesla for 30 grand on Sunday. All right, so this is the new swing trade that I am in. I've already taken profit off. I've reduced my risk. I've already locked in some profit, okay? So I've got a lot less risk on this trade now in case that information tomorrow, hey, who knows? That information tomorrow could come in and it can actually be good. Right? It could actually be good, that information. That PPI data might come back and people might be like, oh, wait a second, this actually looks pretty good, and it can actually reverse the markets. You know, we're green a little bit on futures. The futures are up 0.07%. So we're up slightly. We're slightly green on futures, right? We are slightly green on futures, and we'll have to see what this brings tomorrow. All right. Like I said, tomorrow we've got that PPI data coming out at 8:30. We'll see what that does. Like I said, I've already reduced my risk. I've taken some profit off the table, but I'm still long from $2.51. I'm still long the $449 strike, September 15th expiration put options. And what I'm looking for tomorrow, folks, is for a move down to 447 to 446. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a move to right into this window. That window is where I'm looking for us to drop down to tomorrow. All right, we've got a gap entry at 447. We have a gap fill at 446. And it's just that simple. That is where I'm looking for us to drop down. I'm looking for a move tomorrow down to here. I'm looking for us to give you a gap down on that PPI data, and then I'll be taking my profits off down around 446.50, 447, and that'll give us a solid trade. If we do get the gap down, that's my game plan. Okay, if 446 breaks, you got a little bit of support here at 445, which is a gap entry. And then your next support level will be 443.70, which is a gap fill. Okay, so you've got, a couple of minor support levels down here, 447, 446, 445, and 443.60 is really where you're going to be looking at for these potential support levels tomorrow on the SPY. We'll see if we get the gap down. I'll let you guys know what I end up doing with it. If I don't get the gap down tomorrow, I probably will be exiting this trade tomorrow. I went very aggressive here. Only September 15th expiration does not give me a lot of time. This is a trade I expect to be getting out of tomorrow. Okay, so that is that. That's the SPY. Now let's talk about some of the stocks that I've gotten a million questions about here today, guys, and that is, let's talk about AMC first. I got a lot of questions about AMC. And I got to tell you, I'm actually impressed with what I saw today. I'm impressed with what I saw today on AMC. From a technical standpoint, today's price action on AMC was very strong. And it wasn't extremely strong because the stock was up 15 or 20%. Stock was only up 2.5% today. But the price action showed a lot of strength. And let me explain to you why the price action showed a lot of strength. We have to go out to the daily chart in order to really focus on this. There is an obvious level of resistance at $48, right? I'll make this a little bit bigger so those on a phone can see. There's a very obvious level of resistance here at $48, okay? There's your resistance at 48. There's your resistance at 48. There's your resistance at 48. And yesterday, we tried to break through 48. You see, we put in this tail up here, got rejected, pulled all the way back down, and closed back beneath that level. Typically, that candle right there is typically bearish. That's typically bearish when you cannot break through a level and stay above it. So if this stock was weak, you would have seen that today. You would have seen a red candle today pull you back down to like $44, $45 if this stock was weak. Now, we tried to move down. We actually gapped down today. AMC gapped down. Now, maybe some of that weakness rolled over from GameStop. GameStop had a huge gap down after their earnings, so maybe some of that weakness spilled over into AMC. Add on top of that some of the weakness of the negative or the bearish signal that I should say that you got from the daily candle on the chart yesterday. So to have AMC gap down after that rejection and rally all the way back to this resistance level is a very good sign of strength. If this stock was going to give up that $48 level, right? There it is again. I'll draw it out for you again on a shorter time frame so you can see it even more. There's this resistance at 48. We tried to break through it yesterday and failed to do so. We pulled all the way back down beneath that level. Okay, that's a sign of weakness. That's a failed breakout yesterday. So then you get the gap down today, but then what happens? The stock goes right back up into that resistance. That is a sign that buyers are not scared of this resistance level. They're not scared of it. They're not scared of this resistance level. Matter of fact, now I would consider this resistance level broken. I consider this resistance level broken. This reminds me very, very much of what I saw in KPLT. We crushed KPLT those last couple of days. I'll take you back to KPLT just to show you an example of what I'm talking about. KPLT had very obvious resistance at 590, right? Here, very obvious resistance at 590. Then what happened on September 2nd? We tried to break through that level and closed beneath it. Again, typically a sign of weakness. Let's go to a 3-minute chart so you can see this a little bit more clearly. Okay, let's go back so you can see this more clearly. There's that resistance level. Now, as I zoom in, you can see we tried to break above it, failed, and actually closed beneath it. Sign of weakness. But what happened the very next day? The very next day, the stock went right back up to that resistance level. That told me this resistance level is broken, and we actually got long right there on KPLT, and we caught that entire move. We caught that entire move on KPLT because that price action was a sign of strength to me, and that told me that that resistance level that we had at this 590, that told me that that level is broken. And now look at the stock today. This is very similar price action that I'm seeing in AMC, right? Very obvious resistance level at 48. Okay, tried to break above it yesterday, failed to do so, pull back beneath it, shows the resistance is there, and then bang, today we take it right back. Took it right back today. That's a sign that resistance level is broken. Watch for this stock to push up into the low 50s tomorrow. Major resistance level in the low 50s. Major resistance in the low 50s. You're going to be now contending with this previous support that there was in AMC all the way back in June. Okay, remember the support level in June? That is what you're going to want to look to see. Is that now an area of resistance? I think tomorrow we're going to get up there and test that level. Okay, so I think we saw some really positive price action on AMC today. Now let's moving on. Let's go talk about CEI, which is something that everybody's asking me about. CEI came out with news today. Stock's next resistance level is 150. We did not quite get there today. Stock's next resistance level is 150. Right there, previous resistance, right there, previous resistance, right there, prior support. This is your next level of resistance. It's 150 on CEI. Volume absolutely monstrous today once the company came out with that news. I got to tell you guys, I usually don't trade stocks that are like below $1. This stock was below $1 until today. This was, a 40, 50 cent stock. I usually don't trade stocks that cheap. Today, the stock is now broken over $1. I will start to pay more attention to it now. Now that we're above $1, I will start to pay more attention to it. If we get through 150, you could see the stock make its next move up to like 185, 190. I think this stock is starting to get toppy. This is a huge move. I do think the top is pretty close here on CEI. I'd be careful chasing this thing up here. And the fact that I know there's so many people like pumping this thing on Twitter gets me a little nervous when the stock starts to extend and run as high as it did today. But you did have a nice little press release to come out today to give the company a boost. But I think the stock's starting to get extended. Okay, so I will watch this tomorrow. I haven't paid too much attention to it because, like I said, I don't usually trade stocks that are below $1, but I will start to pay a little bit more attention to this, and we'll focus on this a little bit more tomorrow. Now let's move on to BBIG. BBIG, this is something that I think really needs to be on everybody's watch list because there is a nasty little short position on this thing. Okay. Nasty little short position on this thing. And this resistance level up here is pretty severe. All right. This resistance level up here around 12, I think is pretty severe. We had a real heavy rejection yesterday. Real heavy rejection yesterday. You can see we failed to break through the highs and sold off pretty aggressively. And today we actually traded higher. So again, very similar to what I'm seeing in AMC, right? Raymond, everyone welcome Raymond. We still have 5 laptops left though. Raymond decided not to take the laptop. Guys, remember, you can send a text message if you do not want a laptop. All right, and you would like to get a steeper discount, you guys can just send a text message to 201-775-9702. Again, that is 201-775-9702. There are 5 laptops left. Coupon code TTG121, 42% discount. free laptop, options palooza, chance to win 30 grand on Sunday. Money back guarantee. All right. So with regard to BBIG, again, another situation where you have a stock rejecting heavily at a resistance level, only the very next day to trade higher. Now, when I see that type of price action, which is what I saw on KPLT a couple days ago, which actually gave us a beautiful trade that we all made a lot of money on. Then you have something like AMC, which very similar price action, gets rejected at resistance yesterday, trades higher today. That's a sign of strength. BBIG gets rejected at resistance yesterday, trades higher today. That's a sign of strength. So when you see buyers that are not scared of these resistance levels, everybody sees these resistance levels, folks, right? Everyone sees these levels. We're not the only people that see these resistance levels. So when you see people see a stock get rejected at that resistance level, which proves that resistance is still intact, but yet they buy the stock anyway, that tells you they're not scared of that level. That means that people that bought BBIG today at 10, 10.25, 10.50, 10.75, $11, they think this stock is going significantly higher because they're not buying the stock at 11 to take profit at 12. If they think that 12 is not going to break, they're not buying it at 11 just to sell it at 12. So people that are stepping in buying today think the stock is going significantly higher because they're not scared of the $12 resistance. Same thing for AMC. People that stepped in and bought AMC today, everyone sees that resistance at 48.49. Doesn't matter. They bought the stock in front of it anyway. So that's why I like to see that type of price action. So BBIG, AMC, promising looking setups for tomorrow, both on my watch list. Okay, both on my watch list. All right. So there you have it, folks. All right. I'll talk about then just GEVO to kind of round it off because GEVO was a very, very highly talked about stock today. A piece of news today with Chevron. Okay. Piece of news today with Chevron. News today from the company. Where are we? Chevron and GEVO plan investment to produce sustainable aviation fuel. Okay, that is the news. So Chevron is partnering with GEVO to create sustainable aviation fuel. Okay, sustainable aviation fuel. This one really came out of nowhere. This caught everybody, but GEVO has done nothing. Okay, GEVO has done nothing for months, just a nothing. And they come out with news today about a partnership with Chevron. Now, this is incredible volume for GEVO, rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. This is, it's major news to partner up with a company like Chevron. There's major support here at $5, just below $5 for GEVO. And if you guys look back all the way to the left, you'll see previous resistance back in 2020. It then became support in May. It became support once again in August. And now you get this catapult here. If you guys believe in GEVO long-term, this is a great place, honestly, to stash it in your long-term portfolio with a stop loss below 475. There's a lot of support down there at 475. And if this company is able to actually build out sustainable aviation fuel with Chevron as their partner, this stock could trade significantly higher over the next 5 to 7 years. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to I don't know how long it would take for them to do something like that. I am not really I don't follow GEVO. I don't know enough about the company's practices or their technology or the process of which they make sustainable fuel. I think it's something, I think they do like corn, oil. Not quite sure about the company's fundamentals. So I don't have this company in my long-term portfolio. It would be something I'd have to look deeper into, but for Chevron to partner with them, I think that's a pretty big deal. I think that's something that should be noted. Okay, that's something that should be noted. Gustavo, welcome up, folks. Only 4 laptops left now. Everyone, welcome Gustavo. We have 4 laptops left. You guys just have to use the coupon code TTG121. You'll get the 42% discount, the brand new free laptop. You'll get the money back guarantee. You can attend Options Palooza, and you will have a chance to win 30 grand on Sunday. Guys, $30,000 is a lot of money. All you need to do is be a member. That's it. Just be a member. That is it. Just be a member. Okay. And that's GEVO, guys. I think GEVO needs to stay on watch. The thing about GEVO here is that we had some pretty good resistance around this like 650 to 665. See all this? Right? You see all that? We had some pretty good resistance there. And then today we just kind of blasted through it. So I would look for like $7, $6.75. I'd look for that to be support if you get a little bit of a pullback. But, I don't see any reason why the stock can't over the next couple of days or weeks, why it can't continue and make a move and go up here and test the $10. $10 major resistance for this thing. This thing had a really tough time up at $10 in June. It even stopped at like $9.50. There's a lot of resistance up there. There's a lot of bag holders on GEVO, and that's the problem. That a lot of people came in and bought this thing when this thing was up here in the teens, and you have a lot of bag holders. So as the stock starts to climb, you are going to encounter a lot of selling pressure as bag holders start to kind of flop themselves back out of the position that they've been holding on to for, the better part of a year. So, but I do think it could move higher. And after news like that, we'll see if the stock is able to sustain these gains. If we consolidate tomorrow, like tomorrow, you want to see consolidation. You want to see the stock trade between like 750, 825 and just consolidate. You don't want to see us pull all the way back to 675, 650 and give back the whole move. You really want to see the stock hold today's gains to give you confidence that there's more room on this stock over the next couple of days. Okay? And that's it, guys. All right, that's it. That's all we got there for those meme stocks. I get a lot of questions from these stocks each and every single day. Today was a grind for me. Guys. I made some money on the SPY put options. I made a little bit of money on ENVB, but I also lost some money today. I exited the NVAX trade. There was also CRDF I lost some money on. But the reoccurring theme in all of my trades from today is tier one profit stopping out on 3/4 or 3/4 of my position, or 75% of my position, which leaves me with a small loss. And this is where the tier trading strategy really comes into play. It's something that I teach all of my members on how to keep winning, how to stay in winning trades longer, but also how to keep losing trades small. And today was a perfect example of using the tier trading strategy to keep losing trades small. Okay, because on all of my trades today that ended up being losers, I was able to take profit off on 25% of my position when I got to my first profit target. That is so crucial and so critical in risk management and in keeping losing trades small, because I'm able to take two losses and have them both be very, very manageable losses where the losses are small, because I'm only getting stopped out on 75% of my position, but I also have some profit from 25% of my position to offset the 75% of my position loss. So you end up with a smaller loss, a much smaller loss than what would be a full-size loss on your position. So that is why tier trading is so damn important. And I have an entire course dedicated to the tier trading system inside of your TGD curriculum. It's something that I learned working at the fund. I've tweaked it a little bit so it relates to my own retail trading. And I guarantee you guys, you'll never want to trade any other way ever again once you learn the tier trading system. And watch. If you don't believe me, watch. My TGD members, type the number 1 in chat right now if you are a better trader because of the tier trading system that I have taught you guys. Type the number 1 in chat if the tier trading system has made you a better trader because of the tier trading system that I've taught you guys in True Trading Group. Now, anyone that's not a member or you've never heard of the tier trading system or you don't know what the hell it is, all you need to do is look at the amount of number ones that are coming through the side of the screen. These are people telling you literally, hey, I now learned how to trade in the tier system. I will never, ever trade any other way. It's a complete game changer. All these people are not wrong. All these people learned the tier system through True Trading Group, and they will never trade any other way because they're seeing results. Their losing trades are now much smaller. Their winning trades are now much bigger. Those are the exact two things that the tier trading system is designed specifically to do. And it really saved my ass today. Today was a grind, man. And it's like, it's so important to maintain discipline every single day because yesterday we had a home run. EFTR was a home run yesterday. And yes, I left some money on the table. Like if I just held my whole position and sold at the top, yeah, great. I would have made a lot more money than if I sold in pieces, which is what I do. But if I said to myself, hey, home run yesterday, don't sell anything today, forget the tears, ride this thing till the sun shines, it's like I could have, or I would have taken full-size losses on my losing trades today. I would have taken full-size losses, but I didn't. I stayed disciplined. Every day requires discipline. Do not allow one big day or one big trade to cause you to get out of your discipline and to break away from your rules and to cause you now to become this greedy trader that's going to hold on for the home run. Do not go looking for home runs. The home runs will come. I didn't think EFTR was going to be, I was going to catch a move from $20 to $32. I didn't think I was going to get that big of a move. Literally, I bought the stock around 20 and sold it around 32. $20.27 up to $31.55 was a monster yesterday. It's a 56% gain on my last take profit. It's a monster. But I didn't come into the day today and say, oh, I'm not going to take profits. I'm just going to hold on. I'm going to hold on to everything. That would have killed me today. You got to stay disciplined. Every day is a brand new day with brand new opportunities. Yesterday means nothing. Yesterday's done. Yesterday's in the books. Today is all that matters now. And that tier trading system really helped me keep my losing trades today very small. And that has allowed me to kind of come right back. And I booked some profits on the SPY puts. I made a little bit of money on ENVB, still finished the day net negative, but it's a small net negative day. And it's like I can come back tomorrow. Guys, if these SPY puts print tomorrow, I'll make back what I lost today just on that one trade. And now that doesn't even consider any other trades that I'm going to make tomorrow. But that's not possible without the tier trading system. The tier trading system is so important that there's an entire course dedicated to it in the curriculum. That's how important I think it is. All right. So it's something that I will listen. I've been trading for 17 years. I will never not use the tier trading system. You just saw how many members typed the number 1. They will not ever not use the tier trading system either. Okay. So there you have it, folks. I hope that this was educational. Hope you guys got value out of this. That's my goal with all these live streams. What I would like to do now is actually show you the TeachD platform for those that are interested. All right. Remember, the 1-year membership to True Trading Group, it's normally $2,212, but from now until midnight Pacific, you can save 42%, brings the price down to just $12.82. That's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks a day. Comes out to about $3.50 a day. And the next 4 people to join True Trading. Oh, did I miss one? Gustavo. Did I miss Gustavo? I missed Gustavo. Gustavo, I am sorry. We have a new member, Gustavo. Sorry about that. We have Gustavo. Everybody welcome Gustavo. We now only have 4 laptops left. Guys, that's it. After these 4, we are done. Use coupon code TTG121. You'll get the 42% discount, the brand new free laptop. We also do cover the shipping costs. Okay. As a member of True Trading Group, you guys get access to the top premium trading tools and products because we bundle them together as part of your membership. Included with your membership to TTG, guys, is that Benzinga newsfeed. This is the game changer. You guys need this to get news about GEVO and Chevron. You need this to get news about CEI and ESG. You need this in order to be able to react to news as soon as it crosses the wire, the same way that the professionals do. You cannot rely on delayed news. This is free, included with your membership, as is everything else I'm about to show you. Quote streams, full book level 2. You're going to see all the market maker depth. That's free with your membership as well. That also comes with a simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. This is the same simulator that is used at California State University, Fullerton, University of Wisconsin, Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. You'll also be able to use the Trade Ideas Scanner, folks. The Trade Ideas Scanner is the industry standard. It's going to show you what stocks are making new highs, new lows, and have a surge in volume. It's broken down between small cap, mid cap, large cap. Again, all of this is included free with your membership. You've got our own proprietary scanner that has the functionality of FinViz Elite with the power of streaming data from our partners at Quote Media. You'll be able to view our presets, create your own, save them, and follow along as myself and the rest of the pro traders at TTG share our scanner setups with you in real time. And really cool feature. With this scanner, you have the ability to click on any company and download unlimited analyst ratings on any stock that comes up on the scanner. So you will actually be able to say, okay, ABCD is on the scanner. You can click on it and you can see what all of the analysts that cover that stock, how many have a buy rating, how many have a sell rating, etc. You'll also get to use our social sentiment scanner. This searches today's top social medias like Reddit, Wall Street Bets, StockTwits, Twitter. So you can see how many times tickers are being mentioned on social media. The information that's also provided is important, such as percentage of the float that is short, the size of the float, and are there options on this particular stock. All of this information is right there for you. This used to be information only available to the pros. Now it's at the fingertips of our TGG members for no additional fee or cost is included with your membership. Then you're going to be able to use TradingView's premium level charting software, one of the most commonly used charts amongst active traders. You're also then going to get a minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders sporting over an 83% win rate. And we are fully transparent in chat. We keep a trading journal that tracks all of our moderators' trading activity. Their trading activity is uploaded to this journal each and every single day. It tracks every buy and every sell that our moderators make, so you can follow along and see how you'd be performing if you followed every single one of our alerts. Okay, all of it right there for you to see. We are fully transparent, timestamps and everything. Okay. Then you're also getting 2 small private study groups. The 2 small private study groups are where you will be able to get some individualized attention from a THD moderator, talk to other THD members, and get help with lessons and topics you're struggling with to really help speed up that learning curve. Then you've got the courses. Guys, the courses are a simplified version of the education I received working at the hedge fund. You are going to get all of the courses. There are no VIP or pro courses that cost you more money. They are all included with your membership. You've got beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options courses, trader psychology courses, crypto courses, you name it, we've got it. You have access to it in text and video format. All right. On top of the courses, in addition to them, you have a video library that has well over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we've conducted with members, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO. That Options Palooza workshop will be loaded into this video library once that is completed as well. Again, that's September 11th, Saturday, from 9 a.m. Eastern until 5 p.m. Eastern. It is free for teaching members. It is a members-only event. Okay, it's a members-only event. And of course, you guys have access to our chat room where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the microphone all day, every day. You can send us private messages and ask us questions while we are calling out opportunities in our trades in real time. Guys, listen, the price of our membership is going to be continue to be walked up till we cross over $2,000 with all these new features that we're adding. In case you guys haven't realized it, the charting software, the scanner, the analyst ratings, the level 2, the simulator, the social sentiment scanner, all these things cost us a lot of money to have on the platform for you, which is why we have to continuously be increasing our price. But we pass those price increases on to new members, not current members. So when you pay $12.82 today, that is the price you will pay for life. Next year, when our membership is $2,500 and it comes time for you to renew your membership, you will not be paying $2,500. You will only pay $12.82, the price you paid today. The price you paid today is the price you pay for life. And let's talk about that price for a second, because the value you are getting at $12.82 is insane. That Benzinga newsfeed, let's say you just wanted the newsfeed, the Benzinga charges $1,400 a year just for that news service. It's free with your membership to Trading Group. I believe it's actually $1,404. It's free with your membership when you can just pay $12.82 for your membership right now today and get a brand new free laptop in the meantime. Quote Media, that's $990 for the level 2. The simulator's $300 a year. The TradingView's charts is $600 a year. All of these services, guys, just those 4 would cost you $3,200 a year. They're free. They're included with your membership. You can pay just $12.82. You got to use coupon code TTG121. Our goal is to disrupt this entire industry, folks. In order to do that, we have to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. It comes out to $3.50 a day. Everybody can find $3.50 a day. It's less than a cup of coffee from Starbucks. Okay. And don't forget, guys, you have that money back guarantee. Anyone that goes through all of our courses, passes our quizzes, and attends one private study group, that is all I ask from you. Do those 3 things. And if you still do not make your membership fee back, I'll give you all of your money back. I'll give you a full refund. That is how much I stand behind this program. I put my money where my mouth is. Okay. Over 80% of our members are successful. That is why I am able to offer you this money back guarantee without breaking a bead of sweat, because I believe in this program. And to put things into perspective for you, of the last 4,700 people that have joined True Trading Group, we're now about 7,400 members strong. But since we started keeping track of this statistic, of the last 4,700 people that have joined, we have only had to refund 109 people. That is a refund rate of 2%. So 2% of 4,700 people are coming to us saying, I never made back my membership fee. I'd like a refund. And we say, did you go through the courses? Did you pass the quizzes? You attended a study group? Still didn't make it back? No problem. Here's your membership fee. I stand behind our program. Guys, if you guys want to join and you don't want the laptop, and you'd rather have a bigger discount, remember, you can send a text message right now to 201-775-9702. That number is right there at the bottom of the screen. If you do not want a laptop, but you would still like to join for a steeper discount, you can send a text message to that phone number right now if you guys are interested in joining without the laptop. Okay, we're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot. I welcome, encourage, and invite you all to go check us out on Trustpilot. Well over 1,300 people have taken the time out of their day to leave us a review on Trustpilot. I encourage, invite you all to read some of those reviews. There's no better referral than one from your peers. That is why I ask all of members, I ask them these questions in chat. I'm always like, hey, if you're a member, type the number 1. Hey, because I think it means more when members answer these questions than me answering these questions. And that's why I think that you should go read some of the reviews on Trustpilot. Read them all. Read them all. Read the good, the bad, the ugly, the great. Read them all. They're there for you. Well over 1,300 of them. Okay? So again, guys, coupon code TTG121. You actually have to type in the coupon code and click apply code on the checkout to get the discount. You'll know you're getting a laptop. If you see a laptop at checkout, that means you got one. If you do not see a laptop, that means we've completely run out. You guys can send a text message to 201-775-9702. If you'd like to sign up without a laptop for a steeper discount, you can do that as well. Remember, you have to join by midnight Pacific tonight in order for you to have a chance to win $30,000 or a brand new Tesla on Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on this YouTube channel. Make sure you guys do not miss it. One lucky TTG member is either getting a brand new Tesla or 30 grand cash. It's up to them. The winner chooses cash of the card. I'll see you guys Sunday. All right. So take it easy, everybody. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow, actually, because we're going to trade tomorrow, and I'll give you guys end of the day recap, and then I'll see you on Sunday. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. You're the best. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Show me some love. Turn on those notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any one of these live streams. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Later, guys.